Everybody, it's Ike from Flipside Music. Welcome to What the F.A.Q episode. Well, it doesn't matter, we're doing it live. And as you can tell, I don't have Dylan with me here today. Dylan, so the COVID stuff is still happening. It's kind of running rampant a little bit through the shop right now. Sam, our tech, has it. Dylan got it last week. Actually, he got it right after we did the live stream. Well, we don't know when he got it, but we did the live stream last week, and on Friday he woke up, said he felt like bad. I'm trying not to swear in the first minute, which is always interesting for me. But he woke up not feeling great and took a COVID test, the at-home COVID test. Was positive, and then he just continued to feel worse and worse, and so he got it. So luckily enough, I tested later that day on Friday, and I'm good. So I'm still good to go. So here I am. I'm with you guys. So I guess I'll have to float it for the day. I did try to hang on one second. I'm trying to do stuff. We get this light on. There we go, kids. All right. So I was trying to get my boss rep, because he's in town, boss and Roland guy, to come in and hang with us. But unfortunately, because of his schedule and what he's got work to do and not live stream stuff to do, he couldn't make it. So you guys kind of get me. You get me. Look at that. And already people dropped off. They're like, fuck this. Well, it's been a minute, right? Yeah. So they're like, oh, it's just Ike. Screw him. I don't want to hang out with that guy. So I appreciate it for those of you that left. Fucking dicks. This is terrible because I don't have Dylan to hold me back from being from myself. So Terry is asking me about what Tele? What? Oh, this Tele. This is one of mine, Tele Deluxe. Seafoam ivory, it's pretty cool. I got brass saddles on it with, these are the Reverend rail hammers, P90s. So it's a Reverend P90. Hey, what's happening, Ben Coombs? Can't hear this much, and I gotta be careful. I was making food the other day and reached in a box to grab food processor, and the blade for the food processor was sitting that way, and so not so fun. And it's right on, that's the sole finger, that's the bend finger, and yeah, so fuck. But anyway. Yeah, nothing here, it's just me. Sorry, bud. But that's this. Trying to play without that finger is kind of weird. Anyway. So, I don't know. I've had this one for a number of years now, and I don't really play it much. I don't know that I've bonded with it. It sounds great, like the tone on this thing is killer. I just haven't bonded with it with playing it. That's kind of why it's here. So it's here to actually be played, so I have something kind of kicking around. Hey Joy, what's happening? Let's see, Ben Coombs. Who else we got in here? Nothing here. Ben's asking, this is made in Japan. No, it's made in Mexico. It's made in Mexico. It's really great. I mean, the setup is killer. This thing does really play great. It's just one of those things, you guys know, sometimes you just don't bond. And I thought I was gonna bond because I really wanted it, but I got two other ones, like my Greco that I have. I think you guys have seen that brown one. I just replaced the pickups in that, and I put Mojo Tones, the Mojo Tone PAF, but the size of the wide range, and they sound great. They they kill it. And I love that guitar, fatter neck. Here's the problem. This guy's got a kind of a thin neck to it, and the bear claws just don't necessarily feel comfortable there. Hey, Charles, what's happening? So opinions on Tele Deluxe pickups. Nothing here asks. So we got our first guitar question. Thanks for playing. First guitar question. Tele Deluxe pickups compared to Paf's. So the old it all kind of depends. I'm waiting to see the V mods from the new series of Fender American stuff, because from what I could hear online, they sound pretty awesome. But all the stuff that we get normally in like the Player series, I'm not too hip on. They're bright, but I feel like they missed something in the middle. The vintage wide range pickups, they're kind of known for being a bit bright, but there's a little bit more to them. And there again, it all depends on what you're playing. If you have them like a thin line, they really shine because that thin line kind of darkens it up a bit, and it really does sound killer. For me, I like that PAF sound. So the Mojo Tone wide range, I think it was like $250 for a set, and we put them into the Greco because I got a 72 Greco Deluxe is it's kind of like a Tele Deluxe. The pickups, once you overdrove, once you drive them too much, they just sounded, there was a weird fuzziness to it, and but it wasn't pleasant. And I don't know if there's something with the pickups or what, but I just wasn't jiving with it if I was pushing it. But since I put the wide range pickups, the Mojo Tones in, it's all a classic rock kind of sound. You can get real nice blues tones out of it, and really nice, good classic rock tones too. So if you drive it. So that's what I'm thinking. I like the Paf's. That's usually where my ear always kind of seems to go to that. And I guess it's probably because so used to like, that's a sound, like Marshalls. Like I grew up with Marshall amplifiers coming through the radio with the bands I listen to. So I think you just kind of end up kind of somewhat gravitating towards a tone that you dig, and I think that's where the Paf hits because of all that classic rock stuff that I grew up on, So I hope that helps. Ben asks, said there's a lot of gloss on the fretboard. I think this was a special run. This was a Fender special run. I got it at a good price. You know how I do. I don't mind the gloss. I like it. It's okay. It's a special edition. Yes, special edition. I don't know. I've been considering selling it. I don't know. Unless I put another neck on it. I don't. All my Teles are gonna have like the wrong neck. My whole collection is just gonna be a jumbled shit. But that's okay. I'm playing them. I didn't buy any of these. We had this discussion last week about buying guitars. If you think about buying a guitar for resale value, or are you buying it to just buy it because you want to play it? So that kind of falls into, I bought it just to play it. So if I take it apart, who gives a shit, right? Right? That's what I think. Ben says he prefers Paf's as well. Fella showed his dad a guitar body, and a fella's dad was very impressed. I'm not sure what that means. Anyway, it's all right. Nothing here says, good thing about Fenders, you can put stock neck back on in a few minutes if you want to sell it. Yeah, that's what a lot of my Fender, because I got a lot of Fender stuff. I got my original Strat that I bought when I was a kid in 1990. I still have it. I haven't touched it at all. I never took it apart, and I love the way it sounds, but I can't stay in the neck on it. I've gotten used to a fatter neck, something with a little bit more beef to it, So, but that is the good thing about it. You can just pop them off, screw it back on, and when you need it, because like this guy, what I usually do too is if I do any electronic work and pull and stuff like that, I kind of try to wipe the whole thing out. So like all the electronics in this are brand new, the pickups, the pots, the switches, everything. So I have the original in a Ziploc bag, in a gallon bag. So what I do is I put all the parts in that, I mark it, stick it up in the shelf somewhere. So if I do decide to let this thing go, I'll just pull all that out, put all the saddles back in, put all the original stuff back on and sell it. So somebody goes, oh, okay. Instead of, you guys know how it is on the used market. Even if you put upgraded Seymour Duncans or anything, Lindy Fralins or anything, you know, people want to talk to you like oh, it's not original anymore, so now I can't give you shit for it, you know? So I like to put it back the way it was, and then they can't say anything. At least that's the way I do it. Terry says, you could, in theory, actually add more finish to the back of the neck to thicken it up. I wouldn't take that approach. I mean, theoretically, I think you could. Yeah, but I don't know that I would do that. I mean, literally a new neck would be way easier. Because, I mean, who's got that kind of time? Who's got that kind of time? Professor Chaos is in Denver traffic. Well, I'm glad you're joining us because you're going to probably be there for a while. I'm sure it's a mess out there. Let's see what else we got. More finish in the back of the neck. Me too. My regular Tele has a Tele Deluxe neck. My Deluxe Tele has a regular Tele neck. Yeah. It's funny because I was actually on the Fender website this morning, the Fender dealer portal for us, and I was looking for another. I got probably 7 or 8 Telecaster bodies in my workshop at home. And I actually got to put all that shit together because I have parts all over the place. And next, but I do have a thin line I'm trying to finish, or I want to put together. So yeah, I was thinking maybe swap this out. I don't know. I might even put those together and sell them if anybody's interested. If I put some partsies together, I'm not looking to make a fortune. I'll just move them on down the line and get them gone. But let's see what else here. Sounds right for Charles. Did a fabric top body for Ben? Oh, I did a fabric top body for Ben. Oh, cool. Yeah, Ben does the same thing. A lot of parts in bags, stuffed all over the place. It just, once you start modding these things, you can't help it, you know. And then I try to figure out ways to use them. And I've been trying to get my workshop ready. I got a small workshop at my house. I'm trying to get that ready because I could do I do setups and stuff, but I'm trying to get that set up so that come fall, when it starts getting cold again, I can start working on, I have maybe 60 or 70 cigar boxes that somebody gave me, and I want to kind of start building those again for some relaxation and to just build them, have fun with them. They're kind of fun. You know, I'm looking though, I might talk to my buddy over at Texas Toast and see if they can help me with a couple ideas that I have for those. I don't think it would make it a big deal for cost-wise, but I want to make it so that you can make adjustments on them, but really play like some cool slide guitar on it. So I got some ideas. I'll keep you guys in the loop as that goes, because I might just build them and sell them at the shop or something, or Reverb or Etsy or something. I don't know. With all the extra time I have on my hands. All right, so Tim is asking me, I know you're a Tele guy, Ike, but do you have a preferred body shape for playing seated versus standing? I feel like the Wolfgang body shape is better standing than sitting. So any Strat or Telecaster, I mean, that's comfy for me to sit and play. Actually, my Texas Toast, the one the guys made with the fabric top on it, the Duchess is really cool, and it's not bad sitting down. It's actually fairly comfortable to play sitting down, but it's better to play standing up because you can get way down, and the thing is pretty awesome. I prefer Tele. I mean, all day long, just for sitting and standing and playing, if that answers your question. But there's some guitars that just, you have to stand. I think, Flying V's are one of them. I love a Flying V, but if you're gonna sit and play, if you're gonna sit down and play when you're like this, it feels like. Unless you put it, do the whole leg rocket deal. Red Rocket. Do I have a lot of Tele bodies? Ben asks. Yes, I do. I think I got 2 I bought offline that were like Polonia, so they weigh like 2 pounds. They're pretty cool. I want to build one of those. I got a thin line body. I got a Daphne Blue body. I have a Beetle Kill Pine body. I also have a all mahogany body sitting around. So yeah, I got a few kicking around. And I do have another Billy Bow body sitting around too from Texas Toast from like 2 years ago that I haven't finished yet. Yeah, Tele. Yeah, Charles, man, you're right. Just can't go wrong with a Tele. I think it does the thing. You know, it covers a lot of ground tonally as far as playing, but also just sitting and being comfortable. I think it's awesome. So I want to get a thin line together because I think I really do like those Mojo Tone pickups. And I might just put a set in that. And then I got a nice thin line Tele, thin line Tele Deluxe that's super light to play if I ever get to the point where I'm like crying about weight. Professor Chaos wants 24 fret double humbucker Tele. It'll work. I mean, I got 2 humbucker Teles. I got a black top Tele. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, but I got a red, made in Mexico, black top Tele. It was kind of like the burgundy, but I got it from a friend of mine who had somebody pinstripe it. So it looks like something Billy Gibbons would play, and it's really cool. It's a really cool player guitar, and that one sounds great for just rock stuff too. I'm noticing that I love a Tele, but I have like 1 or 2 that I just like the Tele tones, and all the rest of them have turned into other things. Like they've all turned into like Les Pauls instead of Telecasters. Ben Coombs has got an HH Tele too. All right. So we're only 20 minutes in so far. So, hey, do you guys have any questions for me? Because obviously it's what the F.A.Q. Do you have any questions on new products? We're going to do, oh, by the way, so those of you that are here, I know there's only a few so far. We are going to do a giveaway today because I got a shipment in that I've been waiting forever. And I already know that some people already have one of these, but we are going to do a giveaway. And I don't know how we're going to do it just yet. Maybe we'll just do the random number generator deal because that always seems to work. Or you guys could come up with like a really dirty band name or just some goofy band name and we'll pick the best one. I don't know, but we'll do that later towards the end. And I'll show you what we're gonna give away so you guys all know. And then I'll show you some other shit that we have here that I bought for the shop as we go along. Then I have some other news too. So stick around, little children. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. All right. We're not giving away this thing, but I was gonna try to use this thing today. This is the GoCast by Roland, which looks really cool, but I thought the learning curve was gonna be a little bit too much in the 35 minutes I had to get everything set up. So anyway, all right, you guys ready? Ready? Drum roll in, bam! We're gonna give away, one of these little Eddie Van Halen guys. We just got these in from the distributor. So I have for those of you guys that don't know, we have an account with the company, not with Funko directly, but with a distributor through Funko. So we have a shit ton of these things that are coming through the shop. We just got Frank Zappa's in, we got John Lennon and Sabbath stuff, and we have Eddie from Iron Maiden. So it's a lot of stuff. It's just around the shop. So if you want something, come down to the store and get one. Get yourself something nice. It's cheap. But we're gonna give one of these away. All right? We need, what does it say? Brad says you need to sell guitar stand, business card, and phone holders. Yeah. Send some, bro. Because, Brad, you're the one that sent them to me, right? I think so. Sorry, my memory's splotchy as fuck, so. Oh, everybody's texting me because I got good news. Okay, stop texting me. All right. Okay, sorry. All right, so lesson learned is not to touch anything while we're doing the live stream. Okay, I should know better. I'm sorry about that. I'll do better, I swear. So anyway, have only one Funko and it's a Lemmy. Yeah, we got more Lemmys coming in. There's 2 different Lemmys that are coming in. There's also some stuff that's coming up that's really cool. There's gonna be a Ronnie James Dio one that I think is gonna be really cool. There's a Rob Halford one that's coming out pretty soon that's gonna be pretty cool. There's a few other ones too that, and I don't even know if they're, I ordered a shit ton of these when I first found out, and then everybody that I knew already had them through like Amazon or something. So now I have a bunch of these, and I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna run a promotion like buy a Wolfgang, get an Eddie kind of thing. So I think that's a pretty solid promotion, right? You know, buy EVH something and get an Eddie to bring home. All right, so what else we got? Yeah, I have the EVH, he's cool. Brad's got one already. Yeah, all right. Hey, so let me ask you guys a question. On my phone, it looks very clear. Are you guys getting a clear picture through YouTube, or is it pretty low res? Yeah, clear. 720p. Okay, sounds good. Because I was looking and it looked pretty dodgy, to say the least. So I want to make sure that, you know, we're keeping the highest quality here at Flipside Music chat rooms. Okay, so Charles asks, do we still have a lot of back order, or are the manufacturers catching up? So that's a good question. To give you kind of a little bit of insight on that stuff. So some of the manufacturers have caught up, like completely. We put an order in, boom, they're on it. Companies like Strymon never really fell off too much on production, but they've been like probably the best company as far as being on top of their shit, having stuff ready to go. A lot of the bigger companies like Roland, Fender, who else? Yamaha, they've all been still slowly kind of trickling things through. Fender looks like it's catching up pretty good. So we've had a lot of stuff come in through Fender. So that's good. There's just some of the more expensive stuff as far as like the American Pro 2's been running longer. We do have stuff that we ordered for Christmas of this year, last year, that's should be in production. We should see that in maybe September. So I feel like some manufacturers are catching up. Yamaha is still sending us stuff, but not like, hey, we order it and it's there. Electro Harmonix is caught up pretty good, but they still have some considerable stuff on back order. It just depends on the chips with some of these companies. You know, there's a few particular chipsets they use as far as the electronic companies that are kind of screwing them up and setting them back. I think the guitar companies are getting to the point where they're caught up, and I think what's going to happen, and I don't know shit about anything. I'm not an economist or blah blah blah, any of that kind of stuff, but I think what we're seeing is a bit of an accordion effect happening. We're starting to see manufacturers putting out a lot more stuff. Also, we're seeing the economy the way it is and how people are feeling with gas prices and rising prices, and I think things are softening while we're seeing a lot more inventory coming in. And so I don't know how that's going to affect everything. But what I do think is that by Christmas time, hopefully everybody's caught up by then. I would assume by then they should be, and we can get back to like a normal schedule for ordering instead of having to order almost a year in advance for some bigger companies. Because that's kind of changes things, that changes the game a lot because you just don't know, you know, and it's hard to order something for somebody if it's a one-off that they want to get through you. So I think they're almost there, just not 100% yet. We still have supply chain issues. I know a lot of people don't think that's true, or that we don't, but there's still shit happening. So that's the way long answer. How are LPD sales? Pretty good. You know, it's consistent. I think it's one of those situations with LPD. It's like, if you know, you know. If you don't, you know. If you don't know, you don't know what you're missing. Because Lawrence is putting out killer stuff, I think. We all think so at the shop, so. Sorry, gotta have the coffee. It's been an early morning, lots going on. Yeah, Ben, the 55 is insane. I took one home and I plugged it in. I played it for 15 minutes. I was like, done, keeping it. You know, I got probably 3 of Lawrence's pedals now. And there's some I just don't have because I know they're in production. But I'll get them later. But yeah, the 55 kills it. It kills it with us. So I was playing it through a Pro Junior, so my small little blues kind of rig, if you will, and putting it through a Pro Junior with like a Boing reverb or a Topanga reverb to give it a bit of spring. Man, that thing sounds effing killer. So it's certainly a great pedal. So if anybody you guys want to get any of the Tweedy bits, Tweedy kind of drives, check out the LPD 55. It's a killer pedal. It's worth it. Worth every dime. And I got a new one coming in, not from LPD to change. But there's a pedal called Missing Link Audio. So if there's anybody out there that kind of digs the Allman Brothers type stuff, Dickie Betts, that overdriven kind of sound, martially sound, the Government Mule, Warren Haynes kind of vibe, check out Missing Link Audio. They do a bunch of pedals that kind of give you a bit of that. I have their Hot Lana. I ordered it, I don't know, 2 months ago maybe. So they're finally playing catch up, and I'm looking forward to getting that. And hopefully I can do a video for you guys if you want to check it out. It's not something that we're carrying in the store. It was just a pedal that I thought was cool. And plus I got a thing coming up later in the year that I'm gonna need a bit of that flavor. And I thought that would just put all of it into a pedal, you know, instead of me dicking around with other shit. How hard is it to get a flight case for a baritone Tele? I don't think it should be too bad. I think you should be able to get it in a regular Tele. You should be able to get it in a regular Tele case. If you're getting like the TSA Gator cases, I'd have to check because you're not there should be a little bit more room up front on those than they normally have in something like their GWE, the Gator cases. So I think their TSA cases are a little bit longer, and that should accommodate for that. I would definitely have to fit it to check it out, but I think I gotta stop kicking this stupid thing. All right, sorry, that's me. That's me fucking it all up. I would have to double check it, but I think you're, you know, I think it'll be fine. But I would do, if you can, bring it to a guitar store to test it, or if you want to, shoot me an email. So I think we got a couple of the baritone Teles at the shop, and I can test it once I get back to the shop. Maybe not today, but maybe tomorrow, and I can see if it'll actually work for you. So that'll do that. So Brad Guitar Miller asks, are you seeing people doing more trade-ins if guitars from the boom? You know what? We always do a pretty good deal of business with used gear because we have a lot of things to trade for, especially on the pedal side of things. So I think we're seeing some more of it coming in because we're getting people out like, I tried, nah. So If they aren't, I think they're going to. I think we're going to see some more traffic on used gear. It just seems like it can't not be. You know, as far as like, we sold so many freaking guitars during the pandemic and the time after. And there's a lot of those people that are just back to their lives, not staying at home, not playing. And so I think we're gonna see that stuff come in. I don't know what's gonna happen right away on the new players, but I think what we're gonna see is everybody got, hey, we got $1,500 or $1,200 from the government. And they're like, well, I don't really need it, I'm gonna go buy a guitar. I think what we're gonna see is we'll see how things shake out over the next few months. But what might happen is those guys that bought that guitar that they really didn't need, they just bought it because they had free money, might go, well, kind of need some gas and groceries more than I need that thing that I shouldn't have bought in the first place. So I think, ask me that same question again in another 3 months, and I think I can have a more accurate answer for you, because that's what I think is going to happen. All right, Doc will email me later. Sounds good. I will check that out for you. That's no big deal. What is a good time to bring in a pile of stuff to trade in? Tim, anytime you want, man. You know how we do it. Middle of the day on a Tuesday is a pretty good time. I know that I don't know if Thursdays are usually pretty decent too, man, if you want to come in. Weekends kind of don't do Saturday because sometimes we have time, but Saturdays can go from 0 to holy shit in 30 seconds, and so can Sundays. So I would say Tuesday through Thursday, those are going to be your best bet, just because those are more hit and miss days. Because Mondays, surprisingly enough, Mondays are one of our busiest days. Hey, look at that, it's Matt from Texas Toast. Well, I've been waiting for you to chime in because I got something. Okay, now I'll tell you, because now my buddy Matt is in here in the chat and I can tell you guys what's going on. So, everybody knows I'm in the new building and we've been here forever and we've been waiting for permits. Well, sweet baby Jeebus, we got our permits. I literally just got an email 10 minutes before we went live, and the permits are clear and we can start demoing the fuck out of this place and getting it going. So we are clear soon. So very soon now it's gonna take about 6 to 8 weeks to get us from dusty pile of shit to really cool music store. So stay with me, and I'm gonna do a blog along the way. And I'll put it up on YouTube. We'll kind of try to document it the best we can along the way as we're taking walls down and all that stuff. So I'm unbelievably super freaking happy. It has been a complete and total drag waiting on these permits. We've had the building for a year, and I've been floating that bill for a while. So I'd like to eat something other than peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and ramen noodles, because they're high in sodium. I mean, it's just what it is. So anyway, super excited. And if you want, seeing that I'm doing the live stream from my phone, I can walk you guys around the building if you guys would like to see it, to get a general idea of what the hell's gonna happen and then what we've done so far, so you guys have a chance to peek at it, and then you'll see where we're going. So let me know, do you guys wanna do it? You want me to do it? Ben says, do it. Are you going to do the demo right away? We got it. We just got the stuff, so tomorrow I got to talk to the GC and figure out what is going on. Thank you, Joy. Appreciate it. Getting past paperwork is huge. Yeah, it's such a fucking drag. It's been great, especially now when there's nobody to talk to. You can't go in and go, hey, what's going on? It's literally all email stuff. All right. So, you know we do. I know you do. All right. Would like to see the parking lot. Well, the parking lot's not there yet, but we'll have a parking lot soon enough. All right, let me see what I can do. Let's see if we can do this. Move this around. Let's unplug this thing. I'll move this guy over here. Come on, little children, let's go for a walk. All right. I thought I had a handheld daily bop thing. Maybe it's over here. You in there? Nah, okay. Let's start from the front door. All right, hang on, let's go. That is obviously, here, well, how do I do the spinny bit? There we go. Hallway of Doom! Hey, Ben, this isn't Canada. We actually got internet. No. I'm working off of my phone, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so outside, front door. So check it out. If we're looking from the front door, outside, that's what it looks like. So back here, that's a park. That's the Platte River right there. So this all right here will be our parking lot. That's for you, Tim. That's a parking lot spot. Here's the building itself. Let's go back farther. It's kind of like a park compared to where our spot is right now. All right, and then here's my new gate. That's what $1,000 buys you in Denver. But, so we had a bit of a homeless issue for a bit here, where guys were creeping around the side and stealing water and such, so we had to build that thing. Not really what I wanted to do, but, you know, what are you gonna do? You have to secure the place up. Okay, so going back inside. Here, I'm gonna switch this around because it's just gonna be easier, okay? You guys don't wanna look at me. So this is the entranceway. And there's like my old refrigerator from my RV, because that's gonna get thrown away. Some stained glass that was actually in this front door where those pieces of wood are. That's gonna go back in. We did some security stuff, so we're waiting for that to cure. This all right here is gonna go away. This big wall right here is gonna go away. And then we have this big hallway. And there's rooms here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So as we cruise along, you can see, it's hard to see depth, but these are pretty good sized rooms. So this right here, this room, we're gonna close this off. We're gonna put a double door right here, and this is gonna be our acoustic room. This one right here is gonna be our acoustic room. I wish I could zoom out further, and I just don't know how to do that, so sorry kids. This right here is going to be a lesson room / test room. We're gonna build a wall right here. It's gonna be another wall right there, so we're gonna have 2 rooms in a row. I wish there was a way to zoom out. I'm sorry if anybody knows how to let me do that. Tell me. So those are gonna be kind of test rooms. One there, and then there'll be another doorway which will be there. Those will be test rooms for pedals. This is gonna be opened up, and this whole ceiling's coming out. This is all gonna go up to 12 feet. So what does 12 feet look like? Oh, by the way, we got this whole cool thing. That's the tower. Someday what we wanna do is maybe put a mural on this, but we'll see. That's the 12-foot mark. So that's how much the ceiling is gonna go up compared to where it is right now. Okay, so here's another room which will be knocked down. This will be knocked out all the way to this door. Then we got this fancy shitter. Look at that. Super fancy pooper. So now we're moving on up in the world, Wheezy. So this is kind of gonna be a utility room. We're gonna have some desks back here. There'll be some storage and such like that. Gonna be a pass through back there so we can walk around. So then moving on down the hallway. So we have this room, which it looks like an employee break room. What we're gonna do is we're gonna pull all this shit out of here, and this is gonna be, we're gonna put amps in here and pad the fuck out of it. And so this is gonna be a lesson room, but also we're gonna use this for, if you wanna test an amplifier, like if you really wanna get after something, you can get after it in here. I'm gonna patch this bit because these are solid core doors, so it's gonna work really nice. So, and this is the big room. You can see all the junk. Sarcophagus. So that's gonna be a stage we're gonna put in there eventually. This room's gonna be used for group lessons, clinics, all of our YouTube stuff, everything like that. And this, we're already starting to, we've already kind of done some band practice or just get together, drink some beer and whatnot and make a bunch of noise. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. So those of you guys that have been to the shop currently know that we have a pretty big pedal wall. In this store, the pedal wall is gonna go from there and it's gonna, we're gonna pull all this down. It's gonna go all the way to here. It's like a 30-foot pedal wall. It's gonna be pretty badass. All right, so moving on down the hallway some more. Right in here is where we're gonna have service. It's gonna be in this area. There's a side door with my expert, alarm system there. So this is gonna be the new warehouse, and anybody that's been in our shop realizes that our warehouse right now is absolutely tiny. Hey, Dylan's here. Hey, buddy. So I already started putting up some racking systems. You can see this is some sound deadening material. We have some extra guitars for the charity up here. We already have extra cases. I gotta still put up all these. This is just somewhat of a placement for the racking system. But we got extra boxes here already. Stuff like that. So this room, ceilings are 15 feet or better. So right over here, this is gonna be our new, I built this so we could work on stuff, but that's also gonna be our new shipping counter. There's our new counters for the front. Once we get that all done, some nice double doors. This area all in here is all going to be our shipping counter. Our shipping counter is going to go there and there. Service area is going to be over there. Our amp repair service area is going to be over there. Yes, that's right. We're going to do amp repair too. Then in through here, it'll be all more stuff for finishing guitars before we ship them out. And that's kind of it. I mean, that's pretty good, pretty impressive as far as like space-wise. It's just so much bigger. This room back here is about 1,100 square feet. So our warehouse space is about 1,100 square feet, which right now, our warehouse is maybe 400. So it's a bit nutty. Then here, I'll show you guys outside if you guys want to check it out. That little tour just lost us a bunch of subscribers. Oh no, they sucks. All right, so back outside, side door. It's always sunny in Colorado. All right, so we got a little bit of protection back here. So don't try it, because there's razor wire all the way back through here. And then that's a car dealer back there. It's got a really cool 83 GTI over there. Right there. Oh, that's awesome. That guy over there, that's Woody. Woody lives there. He's a junk collector. I think he's a borderline hoarder. There's a skunk that lives under there, so we won't get to him though. Oh yeah, and then these folks over here make staircases. But yeah, it's pretty cool. You know, we got a decent amount of protection around the building for us. So kind of digging that. That's the hallway. Obviously, everything's a little bit overgrown. This will all be cleaned up, and you know, once we actually get here to get going and get started. So that's kind of it. What do you guys think? Let me put that expert. Uh-oh. Sorry. Try to spin it around. So that is the kind of the that's the deal. What do you guys think? Yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty rocking once it's said and done. Like I said, that big room, we're going to we're gonna do group lessons in there, clinics. I think are gonna be really, really cool. We're gonna try to do some performance type stuff in here too. You know, maybe Dylan, if he's still in here, he had an idea for doing some doom metal interpretive dancing. So we're really looking forward to seeing Dylan do that. You know, I think Gordo's got some great ideas too. Poor Dylan's not here to defend himself today. All right, so let's get you guys back up here on the stand. Stay with me. I gotta get a fancy holder thingy. That and I need to eat a salad. Jesus, fuck. All right, let's get this back in action here. Let me see where the chat's doing. Tim White said he'll play drums for Dylan's dance. Dude, you got to. I definitely want to see that. I think it'll be good. We're gonna call it the bowler dancing. It's kind of like clog dancing, but we're just gonna use Dylan's bowler. It's gonna be pretty cool. I think it'll be all right. Hey, Rody, what's happening, dude? Wish we were in Kansas City. I wish I was in Kansas City too, man. I get over to Gates a little bit more often, maybe some Arthur Bryant's. Oh, man. So I'm gonna go back through some of the comments because I want to see what everybody's seeing. Fancy men's shitter place, yeah. And a kitchen area, yeah. Fancy shitter. Everybody seems to like the fancy shitter, yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be a cool place. Joy hasn't seen the original. Well, next time you're in town, maybe just come in and say hello, you know? Instead of spending all your time over on the north side over there with the Texas Toast fellas and the Jim Jam Jimmies. Cool, so let's see what else. So looking forward to seeing the finished product. Yeah, Charles, it's gonna be pretty rad. Got some really cool ideas for stuff. Like I said, this is only part of the background we're doing for the stage, because I have to get more canvas to close things up. We got lights. We brought on Chauvet as a lighting company. So not just for this, but in general. So that's gonna be cool. So we're gonna have some really cool light stuff. We got the stage and all that stuff. My biggest challenge right now is gonna be, we're still having issues with the internet. Like I don't know who I'm gonna use, because Starry doesn't supply internet service. Comcast doesn't, Century 21 doesn't. So we're still kind of fighting that. Somebody buried lines over the last couple months. We're just trying to figure out who it was so we could try to see if we can access it. So I'm sure we'll figure it out. But it's gonna be pretty cool. Tim White says, glad you're making a parking lot. When I drive by, I was like, where will people park? Yeah, it's not gonna be a ton. It's gonna be probably only about 4 spaces up front, 4 or 5, but that's enough because we usually don't, we also have places in front of on the street, right in front of the building. There's plenty, and so across the street, as you guys saw, That's actually a park, so you guys could park across the street during the day, and nobody would bother you. So, so there will be parking. It's not the most ideal setup, but having a 4,500 square foot building that we can just do whatever the hell we want to in is incredibly valuable for us. Because our current location, we have cool neighbors and stuff. The problem is we can't make any noise. You know, I mean, we can't do band stuff after hours. We can't test stuff as loud as we would like. You know, some days they're doing, because there's a studio next to us, and some days they are doing book readings or they're doing vocals for something, and you know, they're cool dudes, so we don't want to step on their toes. They're trying to make a living just like we are. So it'll be nice though when we're in here and we could just fucking rage as loud as we want, anytime we want, early or late. It's going to be awesome. So. No breweries or dispensaries. Don't believe it's in Denver. Oh, there's one right up the street, bud. We're working with the folks over at Ratio Brewing to see if we can do something with them. And we're also going to talk to the guys that work with like Texas Toast over at the Beer Works up there in Arvada. So we're going to try to see if we could pull something off as far as some kind of a beer promo at some point. Step one, get in here. After that, it's on. We're going to see whatever we can do. What will you start carrying once you're in the new space that you can't carry now? So some of the things that we've talked about, we want to expand a bit of our guitar lines, if possible, within the confines of what's happening out in the marketplace. But we might actually do some keyboards or synth stuff is where we might go, because we feel like there might be a need for that in the city. Also, we're going to do a little bit more pro audio, and also have the lighting stuff too, which will be good because we could store, but we could also have a place to show it. In this room, we could share. So if somebody comes in and says, hey, what is that M62J57 fuckery fucking thing do? We can come in here and plug it in and show them what it does, and actually have a space where they could view it. So that might be the stuff that we might bring in. You know, that's different than what we do right now. Synth stuff, we just need the space, and that's what we're gonna have. We're gonna have more of it here. So, and a lot of the synth, I think Dylan's throwing it in there. A lot of the synth folks that play in town come in for pedals, because all the pedals do so much cool shit. So, Quentin James book readings and brunch of Nancy's. Well, Q, man, if you want to fly out, we could have, we could do classes with Q, and you could just do book readings here you could just do it with the headphones. Like, so instead of like those silent parties, you could just do silent book readings with Q, and everybody wears headphones and you just talk. It's almost like what you do right now on YouTube. I think pants are optional. You're gonna be the host, Q, so you can kind of pick out what you want to do, man. Tim White asks about PA and lighting rentals. I think that's something that we're going to work our way into. It's something that me and Dylan have discussed, and because we have the extra room, there's going to be some stuff I think we're going to be able to wade into the water of some backline stuff. As far as lighting, some PA rentals, maybe for smaller bands, possibly even some amplifier rentals and stuff like that. Just your basic stuff. We're not trying to go after big things. It's just going to be basic stuff. If guys need stuff at studios, or if one of the beer breweries are having a show and they need a backline, maybe something like that. Something that's going to be not too crazy. So yeah, we're going to get into that. It's just first things first. And then we're going to start to look into those avenues. There's a couple other things I got ideas for. I just don't want to throw them out there yet until we get settled here and see what the logistics of that's going to be. Because that's going to be a big deal, is trying to figure out how we're going to do this with the staff we're going to have, and is it a viable option for us, and is it going to be where we're going to be able to do it and execute it well? Because we could do just about anything, but if we can't do it well, then that sucks, so. Oh, Thanks, Aunt. Nice Tele. That's it, the Tele again. Okay, so we are at 4:55. This hour went by pretty quick. So one other thing I wanted to show you, in the employee break room, we're gonna make a little employee break room in the back, which is cool near those double doors, because we're gonna get a grill, all that kind of shit. We're gonna be able to actually hang out here, and like if we close on a Sunday, we want to be able to come in or just stay and play for a couple hours and have a beer, cook some burgers. But if we need to be able to heat up some chili. And what better way to heat up chili than in the Bob Ross slow cooker? I mean, I think every music store should have one of these. And I think they all should also have a sarcophagi. Anyway. Accessory City, have a host wall. We might. Employee smoke room. The employee smoke room is outside. I'll be like, I know nothing. I don't know anything. Just needs lighting rental for when the Eurobeat person gets a hankering and need to set up a mood. Nothing brings out the subtle nodes of tone like Bob Ross. Everybody knows it. Now, people have told me about the documentary, and I feel bad because I feel like I'm contributing to some dickhead's gains off of stealing the image from Bob. But we got this because we love Bob and we want him to be remembered. Yeah. All right. So where are we at? 4:57. We got to give this shit away, right? So what should we do? How do you guys want to do this? Pick a number? You want to do that? Let's pick a number and I'll give away the Eddie thing, and then you guys got to email me your address and I'll send it over to you. Ben Coombs, you need one of those? How do you not have one? Ben, how do you not have one of these with all the stuff? I'll just send you one, bro. Just send me your address. Email me your address or text me and I'll send you one. All the way to frickin' Canada. Okay, so nobody's responding. Come on, do you guys want one of these or no? There's still 24 of you in here. I see you. I can see you guys. I see you right in there. I got 2 minutes. Chime in, you fucks. Oh, did I say that out loud? Frickin' leak. All right, pick a number between 1 and 50. Whoever gets closest gets it. One in 50, Tim. All right. We got a winner. He picked it. Ed DePriest. That was the number that I had in my head. Email me at ike@flipside-music.com, Ed, and I will get you this. I will ship this out to you tomorrow or so. All right, stop guessing. Terry drew a line. He drew a line in the sand. So Ed, you're the big winner. And you know what? I got a shit ton of these, so maybe next week we'll do one of these again, or maybe we'll do a Frank Zappa if anybody wants a Frank Zappa. Yeah? All right. Well, check it out. So this was all part of a thing that we're doing called Guitar Prime Time on Thursdays. YouTube, fun guitar-y. Yes. So what happens is we're doing a live stream at 4 o'clock. Then the guys at Texas Toast do their live stream at 5 o'clock. And then go check out Dylan Talks Tone on those guys' channel. He's going to do a live stream at 6 o'clock. So it's like 3 hours of cool guitar stuff, shooting the shit with a bunch of character guys. So from us here at Flipside Music, the great American guitar store, we appreciate you guys hanging out, and I'll catch you guys all on the flip side. Ed, get a hold of me for this so I can ship it. You got to get a hold of me. All right, I'll catch you guys later. Take care. Have a great evening, and go check out Texas Toast, fellas. All right, and stop button is all right. Yeah.